Have I just stopped and started this video 5 times to ask my children to just go down the stairs? Yes. I mean, it's very strange times. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm AmandaMuse. It's literally taken me like half an hour to get this camera set up. I'm so out of practice. What's going on here? We should all be doing this social distancing, and if you're not, this is your mother talking. Stay home. I don't understand what the problem is. Don't even get me started on what social distancing actually means, because I feel like we're not all getting it. Like, I haven't seen my dad. I haven't seen any of my friends. We're going on day 10 today. Like, that's a long time. I am an extrovert. I thrive being immersed in my community, just doing things, being amongst other people. It's totally my jam. So I am struggling along with all of you, but it is all for the greater good, because the longer that it takes people to get it in their heads to stay home, the longer that this thing is gonna take. And I just wanna have a good summer, because I'm literally starting to get worried that the summer's gonna be weird. You know, like I wanna see people. This is a bit much now. Rant over. Let's talk about what are some of my favorites in this time of isolation. The first thing goes without saying, if you're following me on Instagram, which you should be, at AmandaMuse, I have been maintaining my fitness every day. Not the easiest thing to do when you've got children home, for sure. But you know what? iPads are incredible. Now, my kids are 6 and 8, and so they're happy to entertain themselves. They know how to use an iPad. I don't need to, be all up in their business at all hours of the day. Quite frankly, they don't want me there. So I've been working it into the routine where, I get up, I do a little bit of work. Well, first I have a coffee. Then I do a little bit of work, and then by that point, the kids are awake. I feed them breakfast, and as they're having breakfast, I will do a workout, because a workout takes for me about, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what kind of routine I'm doing. Incredible. I get it in at the start of the day and I'm feeling amazing. You'll figure out, the times of day that works for you, but I'm not a nighttime workout person. I get way too tired at the end of the day. So I've been maintaining the fitness. What kind of fitness? Because I totally get it. Not everybody has like a home gym setup. I don't either. This office space seconds as a studio space for filming, and another part of the day is my workout studio. I have things like a bench, I have a yoga mat, I've got some dumbbells is what they're called. Don't have a barbell, I'd love one, but dumbbells. I've got some kettlebells, a stepper, a skipping rope, some bands, like these things I've acquired as I've gone along. I will link most of these items in my Amazon shop if you're curious about what I'm using these days. And then what I do is I either follow some people on Instagram, bunch of amazing creators over there that do these amazing workouts, or I follow people on YouTube. At the moment, I'm loving my YouTube fitness workouts. So some of the people that I love, again, I will link them below. I love MadFit. I'm really liking barre. I just tried this barre workout today. No equipment required. I was jumping around this office, sweating like crazy, feeling the burn. It was like a 45-minute workout. I burned over 370 calories. Like, it was insane. Loved it. And I'm really trying to do a cross between cardio style workouts and then weight style and body weight, and really just challenging my body, because again, if I'm going to be doing the same workout every day, I'm going to go a little loco. Like, it just doesn't work for me. I need to constantly be switching things up. Another thing that's been working, more of a family dynamic thing, is getting out to do one activity. We are lucky in that we live in the suburbs where, it's a little bit more spread out. When I see people on the street, a lot of times the people cross the street or I cross the street, so you're not coming into direct contact with people. We're lucky in that way. So because of that, we've been able to take daily walks. I also have 2 dogs that need to be walked, and so I take the dogs walking. That's been really fun. Last week, Esme learned how to ride a bike, we've been working on it slow and steady, but she's officially on 2 wheels, and that was very exciting. You can check the vlog from last week if you want to see what was happening, or this was just Monday. So anyway, super fun. Jack's out there on his bike, and we're out there, Dean's got his drone, and we're just having like a nice family time. And on one of the really nice spring days, there was a ton of people outside, but again, people were really keeping their distance. Like when I saw people talking, there was a significant amount of space between them and the people. So fabulous to see. As I'm paying attention to the news, I'm seeing that in a lot of countries, like this is not the case. Like not everybody's able to go out for a walk unless it's to get necessities. So again, we have a really, spacious backyard. And so in my mind, I'm kind of planning to the future where if we really are going to be stuck and confined into our homes, we've got the yard, spring is coming, the kids have their games and their bikes and we've got a little four-wheeler and a lot of activities that we can take outside, kick a ball, throw a ball around, that kind of thing. Outdoor time is incredible. We have also been taking up geocaching. Have you guys heard of geocaching? So I will leave a link below if you want to learn more. We've also talked about it in the vlogs, but basically it's like a tech-based scavenger hunt. So you get an app, you're using your phone, you pick the geocache that's closest to you or whereverabouts you are. Like there's millions of these things around the world, right? And then you go find it, and it's really fun. And what are you finding? Usually not that much, but it is a physical item that you find. So it's like hidden in the bushes, and maybe it's the size of a pill bottle, and it's like, with camo tape. And when you open it, generally there's like nothing inside but a piece of paper. You could write your name and the date, like I've been here, like a little stamp. A friend of mine who does geocaching quite a lot says that one thing that she does is she'll find little trinkets around the house and then put it in there so that the next person who finds it maybe finds like a little gem or a bead, or one time the kids found painted rocks. So that's a pretty neat idea. But it's a really nice way to get out of the house, go on a walk, so everybody's physical, do a fun activity that's exciting. Who doesn't love to find things? And it kind of like checks off all those boxes. If you're worried about touching things while you're out there, naturally, so am I. I bring Purell with me. We just don't touch our faces. We're outside. It's still quite cold, and so we're all wearing gloves and things. So it's okay in that sense, but I totally appreciate if you're worried about that. One of the hard parts is as we're walking, we have to skip the park, which kind of sucks, but we're following the rules because we don't want to transmit anything. We don't want to catch anything. You know the drill. Another thing I've been taking up, and this is probably falling into that umbrella of like slowing down, taking time to do things that I just never make time for, like reading. I love reading books, especially when you get into like a really juicy book and you just want to pause your whole life to read. Well, all we have is time, so this is a fabulous time to take up reading. If I'm not mistaken, there's a few free things happening. Like I think Audible has a 30-day free download happening right now. So there's a lot of different options. I am using my Kindle and I really enjoy it because I can read at night in the dark, which is awesome. It has that like night mode. Anyway, I'm currently reading Untamed by Glennon Doyle. It's so good. It is such a good read. So I have followed Glennon Doyle and her partner for a long time on Instagram, but I never read one of Glennon's books. So let me just tell you, I'm a convert. After I finish Untamed, I want to read her other books. I'm a big fan. Truth moment, I usually unwind looking at my phone, checking Instagram. I do find that very triggering at the moment. It's like everyone's sharing their own worries. They're also sharing a lot of things from the news. So like I can't guarantee that who I follow is going to be like COVID free, Like I've had enough of the science and the fear. I just want to like be entertained momentarily, and I can't guarantee that anymore, which is tough. And it's fine. This is the state of the world. But I can control what I'm looking at. And so it is nice to switch it up and read a book to fall asleep at night. Also, I'm trying to like eliminate all that blue light in my face, So reading, total win. Every day, we watch TV as a family at night. If you've been a follower for a while, you know that this is not something I do very often. I very much enjoy it, but it's like a weekend thing for me, Weeknights we're too busy with like school prep and lunch making, and well, we have none of that. So we've been enjoying some TV. A couple of shows I've liked so far. Surprisingly, I like The Circle. I got into it. I like that they are in isolation. I can relate. It's very interesting. I thought it was going to be all about dating, so I was like staying away from it because I started Love is Blind. I couldn't deal with it. It's like too stressful for me. I don't know. I did find a blog post to figure out who stayed together, so that was interesting, but I just could not like handle the suspense of it all. I'm not that kind of show person. They don't do it for me. Like The Bachelor, I mean, I just can't do it. That's okay. There's like a million other shows for me to watch. So I'm watching The Circle. I've got like 2 episodes left. As a family, we just started Good Omens. I'm not sure it's entirely like okay for kids. There's a couple scary parts, but we're liking it. It's really tricky to find shows that you can watch all together as a family. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them below because you know I'm going to need them. If you're looking for one that you want to binge, one of my favorite shows is Sex Education. Like, I love it so much that I'm jealous of anyone who hasn't seen it because you just get to start fresh and be all, oh my God, it's just so good. I love that show. There's 2 seasons. I can't, like, the 2nd season was almost better than the 1st. It's so good. That one's incredible. I also really like the one with the female psychopath. Hold on. What's it called? Dang it. 2 shows that I'm obsessed with, and it's not surprising because they're written by the same person, is Killing Eve. Such a good show. That show, like, is so good, and I don't know that they're coming out with any more, and it makes me so sad. It's incredible. So Killing Eve, and then the other one with Fleabag, also incredible. Those are my kind of shows. I love that stuff. So if you have any suggestions for me, again, this is a sharing moment. Something that I've realized can be rather triggering in this time is just food in and of itself in times of a pandemic. A lot of triggers. If you have any type of disordered eating, I feel like this is a moment for it to appear. Now, I don't have disordered eating, but I have concerns about scarcity when it comes to food. It could be that like we didn't always have the fullest fridge growing up. I'm pretty sure that's where it stems from. And concerns about money in relation to food. There was a lot of those worries as a kid. So right now, I'm just like I find this very stressful. I didn't go out and do crazy hoarding of anything. Because to be honest, I'm not proud of it, but like I have a ton of food in my house. It's just, I always buy too much food. I've become very aware of waste, which is a good thing. You shouldn't be wasting food anyway, Amanda. So this is awesome. Like if there's half-filled cups of juice, they get a little cover and they go into the fridge. Like the other day I poured orange juice for one of my kids. Nobody wanted it. So I grabbed a funnel and I put it back in the jug. You know, like things are not getting wasted. Like today for lunch, I had leftovers. I don't always gravitate to leftovers, but I am now. I've got a full freezer, full cupboards. I feel very fortunate in that way. But it is something that I have to kind of remind myself, like, Amanda, the grocery stores will stay open. Don't worry. We're making meals that are a bit simpler, you know? Like I'm not going over the top with fancy recipes because I don't know when we're gonna get broccoli again. Like that sounds kind of crazy, but like we're not going to the grocery store 3 times a week, so I have to sort of pace my meals a little bit. I feel like there's so much I can say. It's really hard to do a lighthearted video in light of a very difficult situation. So I feel you. If you want to open up in the comments and share any of the stresses you might be feeling, hey, it's a community for that, so feel free. Keep it positive though when you're sharing with others because we all have different, you know, life stories and different walks of life and different dynamics. And so anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you watching. I would love to hear what you're doing to stay hopeful and optimistic in light of all of the challenges that we're being faced with right now. Please share them below because I know that it helps people watching. All right, guys, I thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on Friday with another vlog. Be sure to follow the vlog series. I'm basically documenting this whole experience to share calm and connection and kindness with you guys. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.